Hello, I'm Michele Economou Ureste, West Bloomfield Township Supervisor. I recently joined the Easter Seals Board for Senior Reach Services. West Bloomfield Township is home to a total of 15 independent living, assisted living, and memory care facilities. Easter Seals is a reputable nonprofit organization traditionally established to assist people of all ages with disabilities and special needs. Easter Seals was recently awarded a grant to expand its services by providing behavioral health and social services to older adults who are isolated and in need of support. The mission of Senior Reach is to support the well-being, independence, and dignity of older adults by educating the community, providing behavioral health, care management services, and connecting older adults to community resources. Shortly after Easter Seals contacted my office to provide information about this exciting new program, arrangements were made for Easter Seals professionals to speak to the police department personnel about what signs to look for and when it is necessary to make referrals to Easter Seals. Everyone can assist with identifying and referring seniors in need. Joining me today is Vicki Politowski, Easter Seals Senior Reach Program Manager, Victoria Lorenzi, Jump Clinician, and Brooke Meltzer, Case Manager. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
So how and when is it necessary to make referrals to Easter Seals?
You know, the beauty of this program is anyone can make a referral. It doesn't just have to be the senior who is in need. All they have to do is call the 1-877-231-0155 phone number and express that they have a concern about a senior that has a decline in their independence, mental health, or maybe there's some substance abuse, depression, anxiety, or difficulty handling their day-to-day life.
Okay. What kind of information is needed when they make the referral?
When the person calls in, we at minimum need the phone number and name of the senior. If they have their address, any other family members or any friends that are interested and involved in them, that would be wonderful.
What happens after a referral is made?
Once the referral is made, actually Victoria is then called and she goes into the home and makes the assessment of what is needed in the home.
And then I would go from there. After I do my assessment, I would refer it over to Brooke, our care manager, and then she would look further into some of the needs that the senior needs.
So within case management, I'll be seeing whether or not there's safety concerns, whether or not medications and lifestyle, like there's a substance use in a particular medication, if it's posing a risk to that senior, what their financial needs might be, if they need additional resources in the community, if they need socialization, and I link them with those community resources.
Perfect. Let's take a moment to take a look at one of many success stories that the Senior Reach program has championed.
Before I was involved with Senior Reach, I was depressed and had totally lost all confidence. Loss of capacity, I guess, and ability. I just couldn't make up my mind about even the simplest things, like what clothes to wear when all I was going to do was stay in the apartment anyway. I felt very worthless, certainly not happy, and also guilty, I think, because of things I hadn't done. My son died recently enough that all that came back, and certainly I was grieving. It sort of brought back many other difficult memories, too. I felt trapped, I guess. I have had just an amazingly wonderful life, but all that kind of went into the background or whatever, and I just couldn't pull it out again. The therapist from Senior Reach, she gave me the confidence to go ahead and techniques to concentrate on positive things instead of the overwhelming negative thoughts that had been occupying me. Going over what my goals were and what I really wanted out of life, and someone to encourage me, I think. It was reinforcing, I guess, and glad that somebody understood. It took me back to the person I was 10 years ago. It was like a barrier had been lifted. I'm content with what I have accomplished. I'm not beating myself up all the time about things I should have done differently or whatever. And I'm much happier now, much more contented, more productive. I would recommend Senior Reach because it helped me so much. This is what made the great change, really.
Ruth is just one example of the many people that the Senior Reach program has impacted. Moving on, what senior needs services are provided through this program?
We offer in-home therapy, 10 to 12 visits within a 6-month time period, in-home case management also within that 6 months. We are going to look at issues of behavioral health, depression, anxiety, substance abuse, any independent living skills that they may need. Maybe now they can't take care of their lawn, or maybe they can't cook and use the stove as well as they used to. So Victoria and Brooke will come into the home and assess those needs and start helping them on that.
Also, too, the program really caters to individuals of 60 and over. Typically, you know, you look at seniors and you think 65 and older. That's the unique part about this program. We're capturing a group from 60 to 65 that's typically left out of a lot of different subsidies, different communities that, you know, offer abilities for them to stay in the home independently and live.
Can the person calling receive a return call from Senior Reach?
When we go out to the home, we have the senior sign releases. We do abide by the HIPAA laws of confidentiality. But yes, we do try to get those releases, and so we can call that person back, because the more support they have, the more successful they're going to be at living independently.
Okay. Are these services accredited through an organization?
Yes, we actually are. We're through the National Evidence-Based Program through Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration. It's a national registry of evidence-based programs. The program was actually started out in Colorado.
What proven clinical outcomes can be expected as a result of this program?
The earlier that we get into the home and the earlier that we can provide interventions, whether it be therapy or case management, the more independent that person will be. More we can address any substance abuse, anxiety, depression. It will reduce the need for nursing homes, assisted livings, and different environments like that add to healthcare costs.
I think the program, too, is strongly based on the individual and what their needs are, and bringing those in to keep them independent. Where Brooke and I, when we come in, it's very important that we have a connection with our clients and speak with them and incorporate the family into it, and then re-socialize them into the community. So when Brooke comes in, she's not only talking about medications, but she's also bringing them resources that they wouldn't normally find, because we have got a bank filled with resources that will help us reconnect the senior to community-based programs and programs that are out there that they're not aware of that bring their costs down for the day-to-day living.
And what additional benefits are there from Senior Reach services?
Evidence has proven that the longer that we can keep a senior in their home and independent, the more benefit there are to the community. The senior population is a very large population in our area, as you know. So the longer we keep them in their home, the more active they are in the community, the more they give back, and the lower the costs for extended care is. And the happier everyone is, and not only their families and the senior, but anyone else they may touch.
Absolutely. It has been estimated that 10,000 people will turn 60 years of age every day until 2030. You can do your part in providing Easter Seals Senior Reach program information or referrals to those who are in need of these intervention programs and services. I'd like to thank my guests for joining me from Easter Seals, and thank you for watching. I'm Michele Economou, Ureste, West Bloomfield Township Supervisor.